Jessica Chastain is an American actress and producer. Known for primarily starring in projects with feminist themes, she has received various accolades, including an Academy Award and a Golden Globe, in addition to nominations for 2 Tony Awards and a Primetime Emmy Award. Born March 24, 1977, age 47 years, Sacramento, California, United States. Spouse, Gianluca Passi de Prepasolo, M. 2017. Height, 1.63 meters. Children, 2. Parents, Michael Monasterio, Jerry Chastain. Siblings, Juliet Chastain, Nicole Monasterio, Will Chastain, Lacey Smoot. Jessica Chastain net worth $50 million. Early life and education. Jessica Michelle Chastain was born on March 24, 1977, in Sacramento, California, to Jerry Renee Hasty, née Chastain, and rock musician Michael Monasterio. Her parents were both teenagers when she was born. Chastain is reluctant to publicly discuss her family background. She was estranged from Monasterio, who died in 2013, and has stated that no father is listed on her birth certificate. Chastain has 2 sisters and 2 brothers. Her younger sister, Juliet, committed suicide in 2003 following years of drug addiction. Chastain was raised in Sacramento by her mother and stepfather, Michael Hasty, a firefighter. Her family struggled financially. Chastain has said that her stepfather was the first person to make her feel secure. She shares a close bond with her maternal grandmother, Marilyn, and credits her as someone who always believed in me. A picture of the Alice Tully Hall building at the Juilliard School in New York City, taken from across the street. Chastain developed an interest in acting at age 7, after her grandmother took her to a production of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. She would regularly put on amateur shows with other children, and considered herself to be their artistic director. As a student at the El Camino Fundamental High School in Sacramento, Chastain struggled academically. She was a loner and considered herself a misfit in school, eventually finding an outlet in the performing arts. She has described how she used to miss school to read Shakespeare, whose plays she became enamored with after attending the Oregon Shakespeare Festival with her classmates. With too many absences during her senior year in school, Chastain did not qualify for graduation, but later obtained an adult diploma. She later attended Sacramento City College from 1996 to 1997, during which she was a member of the institution's debate team. Describing her early childhood, she recalled, "I was a single mother who worked very hard to put food on our table. We did not have money. There were many nights when we had to go to sleep without eating. It was a very difficult upbringing. Things weren't easy for me growing up." In 1998, Chastain finished her education at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts and made her professional stage debut as Juliet in a production of Romeo and Juliet staged by TheaterWorks, a company in the San Francisco Bay Area. The production led her to audition for the Juilliard School in New York City, where she was soon accepted and granted a scholarship funded by actor Robin Williams. In her first year at the school, Chastain suffered from anxiety and was worried about being dropped from the program, spending most of her time reading and watching films. She later remarked that her participation in a successful production of The Seagull during her second year helped build her confidence. She graduated from the school with a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in 2003. Career: 2004 to 2010, early work. Shortly before graduating from Juilliard, Chastain attended an event for final-year students in Los Angeles, where she was signed to a talent-holding deal by the television producer John Wells. She relocated to Los Angeles and started auditioning for jobs. She initially found the process difficult, which she believed was due to other people finding her difficult to categorize as a redhead with an unconventional look. In her television debut, the WB Network's 2004 pilot remake of the 1960s Gothic soap opera Dark Shadows, she was cast as Carolyn Stoddard. The pilot was directed by P.J. Hogan, but the series was never picked up for broadcast. Later that year, she appeared as a guest performer on the medical drama series ER, playing a woman she described as psychotic, which led to her getting more unusual parts such as accident victims or characters with mental illness. She went on to appear in such roles in a few other television series from 2004 to 2007, including Veronica Mars, 2004, Close to Home, 2006, Blackbeard, 2006, and Law and Order, Trial by Jury, 2005-06. A shot of Jessica Chastain as she looks away from the camera. In 2004, Chastain took on the role of Anya, a virtuous young woman, in a Williamstown Theatre Festival production of Anton Chekhov's play The Cherry Orchard in Massachusetts, starring with Michelle Williams. Also that year, she worked with Playwrights Horizons on a production of Richard Nelson's Rodney's Wife as the daughter of a troubled middle-aged film actor. Her performance was not well received by the critic Ben Brantley of the New York Times, who thought that she somehow seems to keep losing color as the evening progresses. While working on the play, she was recommended by Nelson to Al Pacino, who was looking for an actress to star in his production of Oscar Wilde's tragedy Salome. The play tells the tragic story of its titular character's sexual exploration. In the play, Salome is a 16-year-old, but Chastain, aged 29 then, was cast for the part. The play was staged in 2006 at the Wadsworth Theatre in Los Angeles, and Chastain later remarked that it helped bring her to the attention of several casting directors. Writing for Variety, the critic Stephen Oxman criticized her portrayal in the play. Chastain is so ill at ease with Salome, not quite certain whether she's a capable seductress or a whiny, wealthy brat. She doesn't flesh out either choice. Chastain made her film debut in 2008 as the titular character in Dan Ireland's drama Jolene, based on a short story by E.L. Doctorow inspired by Dolly Parton's song Jolene. It follows the life of a sexually abused teenager over the course of a decade. Chastain's performance was praised by a reviewer for the New York Observer, who considered her as the only notable aspect of the production. She won a Best Actress award at the Seattle International Film Festival. In 2009, she had a minor role in Stolen, 2009, a mystery thriller film with a limited theatrical release. Also in 2009, she played the part of Desdemona in the public theater production of Shakespeare's tragedy Othello, co-starring John Ortiz as the title character and Philip Seymour Hoffman as Iago. Writing for The New Yorker, Hilton ALS commended Chastain for finding a beautiful maternal depth in her role. In 2010, Chastain starred in John Madden's dramatic thriller The Debt, portraying a young Mossad agent sent to East Berlin in the 1960s to capture a former Nazi doctor who carried out medical experiments in concentration camps. She shared her role with Helen Mirren, with the two actresses portraying the character at different phases of her life. They worked together before filming to perfect the voice and mannerisms of the character and make them consistent. Chastain took classes in German and Krav Maga, and studied books about the Nazi doctor Joseph Mengele and Mossad history. William Thomas of Empire termed the film a smart, tense, well-acted thriller, and noted that Chastain pulses with strength and vulnerability in her part. She also appeared as Mary Debenham in an episode of the British television series Agatha Christie's Poirot, based on Agatha Christie's 1934 novel Murder on the Orient Express.